Bro, if you think your life is too pack of ass, sit down, sonny boy. Let me tell you a story that'll make you grateful for the life you're living right now. Meet Henry Gunther. You probably don't know him, but he was well known as, and I quote, the last man to ever die in World War I. The story goes that on November 11th of 1918, there was still fighting going on in the offensive front lines, and the armistice with Germany was already signed by 5 a.m., but would not come into force until 11 a.m. Now, Gunther's squad was still on the move, approaching the roadblock of 2 German machine guns in a village. Now, they were going to hold position, but Gunther, despite the orders of his close friends and Sergeant Ernest Powell, decides to charge 2 fucking machine guns with a Browning automatic rifle. Now keep in mind the Germans at this point already know of the armistice and was calling out to him like, hey yo, chill! They already tweeted that the beef has been squashed. But Gunther, high on his horse, kept coming and even decided to fire a shot or two at them. And the final moments of Gunther's life happened when he got too close to the machine guns and he was hit by a short burst of automatic fire, dying instantly. Now some of y'all might be confused, like why is bro so ready to charge 2 big guns by himself like he was Jon Snow at the Battle of the Bastards? Well, here's some backstory, because apparently when his comrades were interviewed about Gunther's behavior, they said how Gunther, and I quote, brooded a great deal over his recent reduction in rank and became obsessed with a determination to get good before his officers and fellow soldiers. And the backstory behind that was that he was originally drafted into an infantry regiment called the Baltimore's Own, which sounds pretty badass, I'm not gonna mind you, before being promoted to supply sergeant where he was responsible for the clothing in this military unit. But it didn't end well for him, for when he arrived in France for an expedition, there he got so depressed that he sent home a letter telling his friends about the miserable conditions at the front, and told his friends not to join the military. And when the army postal censors found and read his diss on the military, they tore the paper up and demoted him from sergeant to private. And all this happened on July 1918, which was 5 months before his death on November. And in the end, the army did restore his rank to sergeant and awarded him the divisional citation for gallantry and the Distinguished Service Cross. Now, in my opinion, the fact that he ignored orders and tried to put other people in danger really isn't deserving of an award, but you know what? Anything for Daddy America. Funnily enough, this did lead to more investigations during the armistice negotiation, and they found that French Marshal Foch refused to give in to German request for a ceasefire, so there will be no more waste of lives, which caused an additional 11,000 men to be wounded and killed. Like, bro, is you good? But in all seriousness, we are living in the most peaceful time in history. And I'm always grateful that me, my parents, my friends, nor my future children will ever have to deal with anything like this. And that's all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed this video, please rewatch it again so the algorithm thinks this video is bussin', yeah?